And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
On play action, here's Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. No gain on the play there. Second down. You look at this Raiders defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack. They need 18 yards here on third down. To throw is Nix. And that is incomplete.
It's a try. True formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
The Raiders at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Richardson. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Powering his way forward. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's Richardson to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. When you look at this Bronco defense, they come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
On third down, here's Jetty. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9.
Get it. Cougar 19.
Now it's Richardson. Short throw caught by Bowers. Still going. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a first down. His second catch of the opening drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now Richardson. And Thomas has it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brian Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, what a move. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun is Nix. Bryant has it. His first. Catch. Good for 9 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running.
Picked off by Troy Anderson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Up the middle they go. Monroe. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Ready. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Monroe. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready. 70 Lions. Ready.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
Vegas, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Set. 60. Go.
And they'll run again. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Come on.
Genty will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw, here's Nix. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And we'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. Throwing Nix. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. A good pickup there, 22. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now it's Nix. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Mark Andrews with career touchdown number 60. And the Broncos are back within a score. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Short throw caught by Bowers.
Richardson's pass complete to number 89, Brock Bowers. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Gets it quickly out wide to Fulton. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Richardson looking to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bowers. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Start. Go.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. Hard throw, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Cowboy 8, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Going for it on fourth, Richardson. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers from 4 yards out. And the Raiders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. What's good on the extra point? And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
At the 27-yard line.
Nix to the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The Raiders take over.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, it's Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Nix from the shotgun. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even no chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Nick's going to keep this himself. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our look around the NFL starts now. At Northwest Stadium in Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Eagles in the NFC East. And this is Jameson Williams. This will help the old stat line. He's going to make the catch and realize, I don't think anyone's going to get me, and they don't. And that is a 91-yard catch and run for the touchdown. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And here comes Derrick Henry. He's going to show some burst, and he has a score, 24 yards on the touchdown. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set to go once more. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The drive will begin with a run by Genty.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
121 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a give right side. Monroe. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Rig it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Monroe. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Brian Thomas
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. And Denver getting set to take the field. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. And the Broncos first down.
Looking to throw. Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
First down. First and goal, Denver.
Looking to throw. Nix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Monroe. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Broncos.
To throw is Nix. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense,
J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Monroe. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
you've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now a handoff to Ginty. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Ready.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Ginty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Ginty with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On play action, here's Nix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And
he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 24 yards a gain there, another first down as well.
That's another Broncos first down. 24-yard gain on the play.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Operating from the gun, Nix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Monroe, 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throw out wide is incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down.
Going quickly here to Thomas. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll make it 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Back to the air with Richardson. He'll get this out to Genty. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On the give, Genty. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
17 more yards. That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll go again with Genty. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Broncos 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own
looking to put a drive together.
They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Broncos
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And they will only muster a yard here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up.
Inside the 10.
And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone and sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So the Broncos coming out now.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more. Respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. The Bears are going to go into that week off in high spirits as they got this one well in hand. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. Monroe. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Genty.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Once again, it's Genty. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 18-yard line.
Come on.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He'll try and do this himself. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Raiders, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.